It's your boy DJ Wolf. I watched The Walking Dead. Walking Dead has been one of my favorite shows. I've been watching this show this is the 8th season. The 8th season of The Walking Dead. This show been on a long time, man. It's one of the heavy hitters on Sunday nights, man. It's been like the #1 show for Sunday night. Overall, cable or basic television. And I watched this young kid. I don't remember exactly how old he was. I think he was like maybe about 11, 12. He was a young kid. Carl, one of the characters on the show. And of course his dad, Rick, had taught him early on how to be a man in this post-apocalyptic world where survival was everything. And I just happened to watch Sunday night's episode thinking about all those years that young man survived. You know, Carl survived on the show when he was a kid, all the way through adulthood. Now Carl's pretty much grown, and I guess it was during the break, before the break on the last episode, prior to this second half of the season, he was bitten by one of the walkers in the gut. I knew that was it. Well, after 8 years, Carl, the character Carl played by Chandler Riggs, has passed on. The character of Carl. It broke my heart. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I watched this young man actor who played him grow up to be the young man he is, and he played him really good with a lot of depth, you know. And didn't hit me quite as hard as it did, which shocked me. It didn't hit me quite as hard as it did the other characters like Glenn, and I forgot the other guy's name. But Glenn hit me hard because Glenn was like he was like the dude that I actually liked as far as his character. His character was just on point. His character was like fearless. He was fearless as fuck. Excuse my French. He really was. So was Carl. You know. And the thing about The Walking Dead, not Fear the Walking Dead. I'll get to that in a little later. But The Walking Dead, you've been watching these characters build over the years, and you really come to a point where you really care about the characters so much. They're like family. And I have noticed when I watch Walking Dead and the after show, which is called Talking Dead, talk about the cast members and talk about the cast members in such a loving way. And when one of them leave after a major character dies off, man, it's like they get real emotional because it's like family. They've been together so long. So I think they're actually going to lose 2 or 3 more major characters on the show before the season's over with. This season, they're already talking about it. There's rumors now going on that Rick, played by is it Abby Lincoln, may be leaving after this season or season 9. Well, we already know that the character Morgan, played by Lenny James, the black British actor, is going to be leaving at the end of the season. That's a definite. And then now they're talking about Maggie, played by Laura Conrad, is maybe leaving at the end of the season too. It's like, wow. So they just getting started. I was like, wow. So I'm like, wow. I was telling my wife, I said, if those 3 characters leave this show, I'm dead serious. If those 3 characters leave the series, and you know you got Daryl and I forgot the other woman's name, Carol. If those 2 are the only 2 left on the show, this show is done. I'm sorry. As much as I love this show will be done. That's just my take. I'm hoping not, but I'm just saying. You know. because it is one of my favorite shows. It's one of my top 10 favorites. Matter of fact, it might be one of my top 5 favorite shows currently. And you know, because like I said, you grow on these guys. These guys have been together. This was a major television ensemble. Have been together for at least 5 years more. You know, all of the characters I just named off. And to me, it won't be the same show after that. It will not. Season 9 won't be like, you know. But Lincoln, who's already was quoted as saying, I think after the season, it's not gonna end well. Something along that line, as far as the season. But I love the show. I love the characters. I love what the show is about. I love it's so many dichotomies about this show that I've always liked and still like. Strength, survival, family, togetherness, bonding, hope, love, caring. This show is about all of that. And that's what makes the show unique. I try to tell people, oh, it's a zombie show. No. This show is a zombie show. Don't get me wrong. The show is about a post-apocalyptic world where survival is everything. But the show has so many meanings to it. It really does. And that's probably why I followed the show for so long. It just has so many meanings to it. You know. And for me personally, one of the things that this show has always represented was heart. You know, you have to have a heart of a lion to survive out in that post-apocalyptic world. You know, and it's just like, I don't know. Like I said, my wife said, Rick going, it's a wrap. I think that Rick Morgan and Maggie lead the show, and that's only because of character-wise. It's pretty much a done show. The show is going downhill after that, and I don't mean downhill in a bad way, but I mean it's just not going to, you know. I personally, I just think it's you know, I think the show will pretty much be ending by another year, and I've said that. I can't see it going more than that. I'd be surprised if it goes 10 seasons. I'd be shocked. You know, I'd be very shocked. Now, to talk about the other show, Fear the Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead. I like the show. Now, this show, they've lost a couple of major characters on it. I lost like 2 or 3 since the show been on. The show, I think, been on for like 4 years. But I don't know. I like the show, but I don't like the show. One of the things about this show I don't like, Fear the Walking Dead, is just it's a little slower paced than The Walking Dead, because this is actually a prequel. But nevertheless, I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad show. There's just something about it that I don't like. There's something about it I do like that's a little bit different from Walking Dead, but for the most part, I'm not really as big of a fan of this show as I am The Walking Dead. You know, I love The Walking Dead. Like I said, they're both good shows, and that one I think is more or less about survival than anything else. I don't get quite the same meaning. I don't know why. I just don't. You know, but it is a very good show. I still watch it. I still support it. I watch it when it's on. You know. But nevertheless, I salute The Walking Dead again in its 8th season. Hopefully it'll go to it'll go for one more season, but I can't see it going past 10. I just cannot see it. I mean, everything that's been done has been done on the show. I don't know if they have much else left to do, but my understanding is based on what's in the comic book. But we'll see. All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf. That's really all. Oh my God, I didn't know it was this late. Jesus Christ. That's all I got right now. Of course, questions and comments, Hit me up on the back burner. DJ Wolf Live at AOL.com and DJ Wolf Live at gmail.com. All right, guys, that's all I got to say. Give me a holler. Talk to you later.